Sago, I'm Mitchell Brant of Eagle Orthopedics. There is one amputation every 7 hours in Ontario. They're often from conditions like diabetes and vascular disease, which are significantly more prevalent in our own Indigenous communities. Here's the truth: 85% of these amputations could be avoided with early detection and timely treatment. Limb loss is a complex process where you literally lose a part of yourself. It significantly impacts one's physical, mental, social, and communal well being. For those affected, we streamline access to prosthetic devices and peer support, ensuring no one faces this alone. We're the only Indigenous owned prosthetic and orthotic clinic located on a First Nations reserve. Our mobile clinic is an accessible solution that combines professional screening and treatments to identify, manage, and monitor high risk patients before it's too late. We partner with hospital and community programs to deliver scalable, cost-saving services that most importantly transform patient lives. At Eagle Orthopedics, we don't just treat limb loss, we stop it before it starts. Now,
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mitch. My question for you this morning is, what inspired you to focus on this type of care, and how does it address the gap in our Indigenous health services?
yeah, I was lucky enough to kind of have a family relation to get into the prosthetics and orthotic field since I was 15. So I've been in and out for about 15 years. Growing up, in the Mohawk community and seeing the impact that limb loss and, chronic health conditions cause, relatives, friends, family. That was kind of what made me want to take the leap into that. And I thought it was just one avenue that I could take to give back to my community.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I'm wondering, what would you do with prize money if you won the $25,000?
Yes, if we are lucky enough to win the grand prize, we definitely want to pour all this money into making the services we offer accessible through the mobile clinic. We haven't done that yet, but every day working in the field, we hear from people one of the biggest issues to getting care is getting in to see us. And we thought if we could break down that barrier of accessibility and come right to them, then I think that's a win-win for us and everybody around us.
Wong's Botanicals is an Indigenous-led wellness brand rooted in ancestral knowledge and driven by personal legacy. We create plant-based relief products that blend traditional healing and modern science, offering effective solutions for pain, inflammation, and skin ailments. We have 10 SKUs right now, 5 in research and development. Our products are all highly effective and very clean and approved by our community. What makes this different is that we have a different way of approaching things, as we have customizable products for each person, or they could buy right off of our website as they are. We combine traditional and modern medicines together to create the perfect concoction. At Wong's, we are grounded in in cultural integrity and environmental responsibility. We hire locally, we look at our youth population and make sure that they are included in our harvesting.
Thank you so much for your pitch. If you win the POWA pitch, how would you use the $25,000?
It's going right back into the business. There's, I've invested already about $55,000 of my own money. $55,000 my own money, and so it will go right into the research and development side. So we have 2 universities that are doing testing right now on the product, because the efficacy is not documented through the medical world in Canada or the US. So it's going right into that, and that's $2,500 per SKU. So right there, 10 SKUs, $2,500, done.
Amazing. My question is, what inspired you to start your business? Sorry.
So in 2018, my mother passed away from 3 different types of cancer, and because of that really drove us to find out what was going on in her world, what was causing it, because it was such an anomaly on the medical side of things. We removed everything from hairsprays to nail polish to cleaning products and started concocting our own little witch hut in my mom's house. And that just grew to the point where she had nothing but our products in the house, including sunscreen. And to this day, the doctors still don't know what the causes of those 3 cancers were. But with that thought process in mind, we decided to really try and save other people from experiencing those ailments by eliminating those toxins in households.
Hello, my name is Tootoosis, and I want to tell you the reasons why you want to choose Mr. Tim. Because we go out there and we're a spiritually driven company out there going out to help people on a mental, spiritual, physical realms. And me and my brothers, my 3 brothers, I call them my brothers, my horses, we go out to different communities and we work with different people, various ages, backgrounds, ethnicity. We're there, and wherever we're called is where we go. So the reason why we started this business is we kind of put it out there, like putting it out there manifestation wise and saying, Creator, we're here on this earth. I got these horses. I got this training. What am I going to do with it? What should I do? And in my family, we've been helpers and healers my whole lifetime. And so that's what driven me to do what I am doing now with my business and all my training. And that's the reason why I'd like you to choose my business, because we're going out there and we're doing work where we're needed and the people want us and the horses. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler. So if you want to call it a magic wand or no constraints on your business, could you tell us how far could you take this? How far could you take your company?
Oh my God, I've already thought about this. Okay, so I want an arena so I can go all year round, because I'm restricted by weather wise, because I work outside primarily. So I'd want an arena, and then I'd also need a horse trailer with a living compartment so me and my horses can travel and stay together, because that's one of the constrictions I have when I'm traveling is where can I stay? Where can I put my horses up? And half the time we have to be apart, and I really don't like that. So I'd like to have one of those horse trailers with a living compartment in them, so I could go to a place, camp overnight, have them set up for the night, so we can all stick together, because they're like people with their dogs. Well, in our language, them is big dogs. They're family. They're my family. I consider them my brothers, my 3 brothers, and I feel uncomfortable when I'm not close to them when we're traveling. So that's one of the things, is an arena and a trailer with a living compartment. That way I can really start going out into the communities, because a lot of times I work at home with the surrounding communities in my areas, but I get calls from communities way up north and out in Alberta and Ontario too. So I'm traveling quite a bit too. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Glenda Biggs, proud member of the Papigasees First Nation. I'm a nationally certified lymphedema therapist and a custom compression fitter. I've seen lipedema firsthand in my clinic and in my family. Lipedema affects approximately 11% of the female population globally. It's a genetic fat disorder causing pain and swelling and abnormal fat accumulation of the lower extremity and sometimes of the arms. Most women struggle to find compression and clothing to fit due to their unique shape. That's why I created Lipedema leggings. They are patent pending, non-medical compression leggings built to fit the unique contours of women with lipedema. They are affordable, ready to wear. They decrease pain and inflammation and offer tissue support, promoting adequate lymphatic and circulatory flow. Currently, I have 10 women in my prototypes, and they are loving them and asking for more. I'm offering a First Nation art competition to bring culture and connection to my packaging. With powwow pitch support, I will put Lipedema into full production. These are not just leggings, they are a lifeline for many women with lipedema. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you so much. So let's flash forward. October 22nd, we've just announced that you are the winner. What are you going to do with that $25,000?
So what I'm going to do with it is take my leggings into production. So finish my prototyping. So I'm in the prototyping stage right now. I've got 10 women in them. And so I will be purchasing my more flat knit sewing machines and all my fabrics and help with marketing and all that stuff that I need to get into production. So thank you for that question.
And where do you see your business in 5 years? Where would you like to see it go?
It's going to go crazy because with lipedema affecting 11% of the female population, and they don't even all know it yet because it is not yet taught in all medical schools. There's such a need for it, and that's why I had to create it, because out of my family and my clients, I couldn't find ready to wear compression to fit their unique body shape without putting them into a custom garment, which is so expensive. And so that's why I think in 5 years it's just going to be off the charts. Thank you.
In creator's name, my name is Charging Grizzly Bear Woman. My English name is Robyn. I'm a First Nations Anishinaabe Niiwa woman, and I'm the owner and founder of Eagle Medicine Coaching Consulting. I help purpose-driven women and entrepreneurs who are tired of the status quo and ready to reclaim their power and reconnect with their purpose. As a trauma-informed business wellness coach, I know the importance of healing and creating from a place of well-being. Everything I do is for my children, my community, and future generations. I often ask myself, what kind of legacy am I leaving behind? I take pride in knowing I became the woman I needed growing up, who leads with intention and a heart-centered approach. And that's why I became a coach, to support and offer my services to empower others. I've worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs in my career. My mission is to provide my clients with practical tools and strategies to help them prioritize their well-being, seek balance within their life and business, and honor their unique gifts and inner wisdom. If I win Power Pitch, I'll use the funds to earn my coaching certificate, invest in paid advertisement, and hire a systems manager so I can focus on serving clients and deepening community connections.
That was great, Robyn. So my question for you is, where do you see your business in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see my business hiring on other Indigenous coaches so I can share my philosophy and so we can continue moving forward, serving a larger spectrum of people.
Great, thank you.
Hi there. So how do you measure success in transformation with all the clients that you serve?
From beginning to end, I always check back on what resonated with them most, and most importantly, in how they're going to move forward in a good way. And so when there's constant check-ins, and you can see the transformation in my clients because of we're clearing space, we're regulating their nervous system around business, around life. And so when they're giving me the feedback of how they're feeling and how they're going into work or dealing with clients or dealing with customers in a different way prior than before my coaching, that's what helps me measure the transformation and the success of them. And that's when I know that I'm doing a good job.
Every elder deserves to age with dignity, but too often, families are left feeling overwhelmed, isolated, and desperate for help. Hi, I'm Maureen, and I'm a Cree proud Métis woman, founder of Platinum Home Care. We operate on the traditional and unceded territory of the Musqueam and Tootoosis First Nations and provide elders with in-home care, specializing in end-of-life services at home. We have a unique business model that delivers guaranteed care aid consistency, 24 service by myself, and passionate family advocacy. We're 3 years old, and our goal is to franchise in 2, bringing our business models to more seniors, especially in remote communities. But in order to do that, we need to strengthen our branding and invest in technology. My Indigenous values are at the core of our care. We honor our elder, we receive their wisdom, and we have strength in our community. By growing with intentions and caring for everyone with their physical and spiritual person as a whole, we make a meaningful difference. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you for doing the good work for our most vulnerable citizens. I'm wondering what's your biggest challenge in so far, and what are some of the ways that you've overcome that?
The biggest challenge I think that we originally faced was staff retention. In my field, staff retention is everything, and I overcame that actually right away by creating a business model that retains staff through my hiring practice. I have an 8-step hiring practice, and creating a very team-oriented job, creating a team-oriented company philosophy, as well as I pay 1/3 above all standard rates across privatized. And I retain these ladies, and it gives consistent, safe, trusted care to our clients. Yeah, thanks.
Great. And what would you say is your motivation? How did you get involved in this space?
Thank you. I've worked in healthcare for decades, and I really enjoyed that. I've worked fast-paced paramedic work. I worked in the hospital all over many departments, and then in-home care. In-home care is very different than facility care, and it takes a special kind of person, an experienced person, to transition to that. You need someone that can deliver care to seniors and elders, maintaining their autonomy as well as independence, while you're providing very intimate and private care. So we need to create a community that advocates for that. As you know, our healthcare system is declining, and it's declining at a rapid rate. This kind of business is only growing. Pop-up companies are growing left and right, but what you're seeing is a lot of companies that create a rotation of staff with bare bottom care, and we need something better. We need something more for our seniors.
Hi, my name is Harold Angeconeb, founder of Burning Arrow from Lac Seul, Ontario. Our mission is to bring archery back to Indigenous communities and mentor youth through high impact programming. So the way that works is communities will buy an archery kit from us, priced between $5,000 to $90,000, sometimes more, depending on the size of the project they want to start with us, and a coaching program starting at $30,000 per month. We fly into the community or travel there for 8 days per month to deliver archery leadership training and teach local facilitators to run the program long term. We've already delivered over 1,000 hours of archery programming in a dozen communities, impacting over 700 Indigenous people. I've personally delivered over 30 of those workshops myself. We also run short-term workshops where we provide all the gear and teach archery mindset, coping skills. And this year we launched our Youth Warrior program, which is a mix of archery, canoeing, kickboxing, and foam sword fencing.
That was a great pitch. My question is, what would you do with the prize money?
So with 25,000, I would sponsor 3 community archery programs in my homeland region, Kingfisher Lake, Big Trout Lake, and Wonneman Lake. I would deliver them a small archery equipment package, and I would take myself and my team there to run an archery program and train facilitators so that they can have a archery program for their youth and their people.
Awesome.
And this would also be like a marketing campaign where we would increase our social kind of give back portion of our company, increase that awareness, and then also create like video marketing and photo marketing from those clubs, and just like showcase what we can do for other communities within the region. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
And of course, to provide that mentorship for whichever youth might need it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Harold. So if tomorrow you woke up and you had to 10x your price point, so you really have to grow and increase that price point, how would you add 10 times the value to your clients and to the community members?
10 times the value. Okay, so currently in the beginning we were just focused on archery, but now we've expanded into more kind of like youth development, teamwork, and leadership. So like I said there, we created something called a Youth Warrior program where we do archery, canoeing, kickboxing, fitness, and then a couple other things. Archery tag, where you got like a big foam arrow and you're shooting at everybody. And anyways, it gets kids moving, it gets them working together, it gets them communicating, a whole bunch of stuff like that. If I was trying to 10x the revenue, I would go for like a long-term contract with a community, like a year-long thing. So like I said, like our starting price point for a monthly program is around 30K. It's pretty cheap considering what it is and what we do and how many people we service. So that price point could go up, and a long-term contract would, provide that revenue.
Hi, I'm Felisha from Samson Cree Nation, Treaty 6 Territory. I'm the founder of the Keep On Learning Foundation, a nonprofit organization that's walking towards food sustainability, youth engagement, and women's health. We've planted over 100 donated trees in the past 3 years. I'm also the founder of Pregzen. The name Pregzen refers to being pregnant with my daughter, Jezenia. The problem, I was bedridden. I was not able to bend down or lift my legs to dress myself. Putting on my underwear was my daily challenge. The solution. I created and patented underwear that you can open, sit into, and fasten on the sides. Our slogan, no more bending down to get your underwear up. Our underwear is inclusive. They're great for pregnancy, postpartum, post-surgery, wheelchair users, our elderly, and those with reduced mobility. We sell online internationally. We will use the grand prize money to bring our underwear directly to our community, into the hands and onto the butts that need them most.
Well, thank you so much for your presentation. I think I remember you from previous powwow pitches, so great to see you back. Felisha, what's your biggest challenge right now, and how are you dealing with that?
I would say my biggest challenge in the past has been being a stay-home mom while working on my business on the side. My kids are older now, so now I can work more full-time towards my business. And I don't look at them as challenges. I look at these potential, my future as opportunities. I am working on a men's line. We are working with companies that know veteran organizations, and so we're going to be able to provide underwear for veterans. And we're also working step by step every year for the past 12 years towards our foundation, whose heart is generation empowerment and let food be thy medicine, food sustainability. We're planting an orchard, and it's exciting.
Thanks so much. And what would you say some of your greatest achievements are so far?
I got my underwear patented. I've done workshops in the community making smoothies. I've done healthy food workshops in the Bronx as well. I feel like I'm a problem solution person, and I'm creative.
My name is Kim Koyczan of Tahltan First Nation. I am local to Whitehorse, Yukon. I am the owner and operator of Nature Spirit Soaps, where I have developed my own skincare line displayed behind me using wild harvest plants such as fireweed, yarrow, cedar, spruce tips, wild rose, and recently harvested horsetail from my traditional territory to make a hair growth serum. My knowledge on traditional medicine plants has inspired me to create everyday use products that are beneficial for skin healing benefits, good for the hair, and many other benefits. I have been operating for the past 3 years and have grown my business by getting my products available in several local stores here in Whitehorse, Yukon, and also traveling to pursue vendor opportunities abroad. I would like to grow my business by exponentially expanding my online sales and providing community programming, sharing my knowledge on traditional medicine plants.
So my question today would be, where do you see your business in 5 years? What does that growth look like to you?
So I would really like to give back more to my community and teach others how they can utilize the plants available in their own backyard, offering public speaking events, even guided hikes for harvesting. I did initiate my own traditional medicine herb garden this year. I have since been inspired to get lumber to create garden boxes to plant medicinal herbs on my land after sadly my garden had gotten vandalized this year. So I still have the same goals in mind, regardless of the setback. And I'm really looking forward to sharing the appreciation of wild harvest plants.
Amazing. Thank you.
Great job, Kim. Huge, huge, huge fan of all natural products. So I think this is fantastic. Really well needed. If you win Powwow Pitch, how are you going to use funds to grow your business?
Currently, I am doing all operations on my own. However, the price of my products does allow for an hourly wage to account for all of the time invested in collecting herbs and infusing oils for their wonderful benefits. I would really like to expand my advertising to get a heavier online presence so that my products can have a further reach across the nation. I have been traveling around the Yukon, giving my providing my products at local vendor opportunities throughout the Yukon and even through BC, which has been really great for my business and getting a lot more attention to my products. I built a stable clientele and I use their feedback to help me grow and inspire me for new products.
Tansei, have you ever felt grief so heavy it changed how you moved? That's what trauma does. I built something to change that. My name is Essence Wandering Spirit, Cree, Dene, and a social work student. As the founder of Essence of Spirit, I have turned my lived experience into business that brings healing where it's long been denied. Through culturally rooted workshops, trauma-informed counseling, consulting, and sacred tools, I help people reclaim their power and support organizations in becoming more inclusive. That's the essence of what we do. With this funding, I will travel to northern and remote communities to offer trauma-informed workshops and healing workbooks, supporting youth, helpers, and families with tools grounded in culture and care. I'm there to walk alongside, hold space for people to reconnect with their own medicine. You're not just funding a business, you're helping youth reconnect with their roots, and aunties and helpers finally exhale. You're investing in a future where Indigenous healing is the norm, not the exception. I am Essence, we are Essence. Healing is our birthright. Let's rise together.
Well, thank you so much, Essence. Great presentation. I'm just wondering if you can share with us what inspired you to start this business and what keeps you going.
What inspired me to start this business is that I noticed that there was a lack of culturally grounded support, especially for youth, that it was easy to digest. For example, like I did a makeup workshop, so it was easy for the youth to digest, like Two-Spirit, girls, whoever wanted to join, and it was easier to give them tools and coping strategies like journaling, affirmations. Like I did a little bit of teachings as well within that, so it was like easier to digest these workshops. I do like somatic healing, but in a way that is easier for everyone to talk about those kinds of things. And why do I keep going, or how do I keep going? Probably my love for my community. Like my community saved me. I really believe that. Like without community, I wouldn't be here. So thank you for those questions.
Thank you so much for your pitch. What would you say is your greatest achievement or greatest achievements so far?
I think getting offered to go to Ottawa and talk about my business more and do those kinds of things, like explore and get to travel with my business and work in different communities and go different places. That was amazing to be able to work with like different communities, and like that felt so much more amazing to help somebody feel good about themselves and working like one-on-one with people and helping them on that way.
Free Range Medicine offers handcrafted health and wellness products inspired by traditional Dene medicine. Free Range operates under the assumption that how we treat Mother Earth and how we nourish ourselves is inherently connected. And we work to co-create with nature offerings for your body that put your heart and mind at ease and in tune with the rhythms of the seasons around you. With the $25,000, I would be upgrading studio equipment and my vehicle, a new to me vehicle that would allow me to continue the work that I do and work in communities across Denendeh, gathering plants and bringing medicines. Free Range Medicine joyously rejects models of personal and communal destruction and invites you to indulge in products and awareness that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Masicho.
Thank you. So, what is your biggest challenge you've faced so far since starting your business, and how did you overcome that?
Oh my gosh. I I would say that it's a draw between understanding that in order to do this as a full-time business, especially one that we want to see grow and expand, that it is a full-time job. In talking with my mentor at RBC, actually, I said that one of the biggest hindrances was taking a 9-to-5 job and balancing that entrepreneurial anxiety of, can I do this full time? What does it mean to leap into the void kind of thing and trust? And I'm really lucky. I joke sometimes that it's like the plants tell me every morning, just trust us, it's going to be okay. And if I keep following the plants, then I'm led in a good direction.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Cassandra. What are some of your business's short and long-term goals?
Beautiful. Short term, I'd really like to just be established in my community and across Denendeh. There's a seasonal route, the way that I would gather my plants in the places that I know where the plants that I know and work with are. And so short term, it's again making sure I have a good vehicle and time that I've set aside and have almost protected to be able to make these like seasonal routes. And if I do those at specific times in a specific way, then I've got plants for the whole year. Long term, I'd actually love to see this become a joint venture where my position would shift from founder and owner to something like an executive director that would create an educational space and a place where we could be building like a community-based product that would create more opportunities for young up-and-coming plant medicine makers.